right, guys, so let's quickly jump into our last text of the day, and that is John 14 verses 1 through 3. This is a memory verse, actually. This is a memory verse. You guys should know this one. Peradventure you do not. It reads, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also." Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, especially in times like this is a particularly comforting verse. Yeah? It's very timely, as it were. One of the other texts that I could have chosen for today, that I debated choosing for today, was Luke chapter 21, verses 25 to 28. And those verses kind of talk about what's going to happen in the end times. I know you guys have maybe heard it, maybe in a sermon, maybe from mom and dad, from anywhere you have heard about the end times. So those verses kind of talk about all these things that are going to happen. And then it ends by saying, when you see these things happening, look up, for your salvation draws nigh, or your redemption. To me, this verse is almost an answer to those things. Because, technically, if you want to, the world has more or less been ending since almost the beginning, right? For most of the existence of Earth, it's been ending, right? But obviously, as time progresses, things get worse and worse and worse. And look now, there is a whole virus which stopped life as we know it. So it's very, very easy to look around and see all these things and to feel worried, to feel, anxious. At first, maybe it was fun not going to class. Maybe sometimes you don't like going to church. Hey, you didn't have to go to church. All of that, maybe you got to spend lots of time with mom and dad. So maybe initially you were having a good time. But as time goes by, it's very easy to begin getting, worried. When is this going to end? Is this just the beginning of things that are going to happen, and then continue to get worse and worse and worse and worse? But in this verse, the Lord gives us comfort, okay? He says, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me." Believe him when he says in the Bible that he's not going to give you more than you can handle, that he has plans to prosper you, and that at the end he is coming back for us again. He says, "I'm going to prepare a place for you. I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you also. And where I go, and the way you know." So that tells us two things, right? That Christ has a plan for us. That this is not the order of things forever and ever and ever. No, God has a plan for us. We are going to be redeemed for the second time from this earth, and we're going to go to heaven with him. How do you go to heaven with him? He says that we already know how it is, meaning through prayer, through abiding in him, as our last text said, in seeking the Holy Spirit, all those things, doing what mom and dad say, living by the Pathfinder law. I think you guys did this, I want to say last year, the other year. If you break down the Pathfinder law, it kind of gives you statutes by how you should live. So by following those things, but mostly by following Christ, because Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. So let not your hearts be troubled. In the midst of all this, we have peace in that whatever he says shall come to pass. don't worry. And you know what? Actually, it points us back to last week's memory gem. 1 Peter 1 verse 24 and 25. What does it say? All flesh is as grass, and the glory of man like the flowers of the grass, right? The grass withers and the flowers fall away, but the word of the Lord endures forever. His word is everlasting. His word can be trusted. If he says in his word that he's coming for us, trust and believe, explorers. He is most definitely coming to redeem us. So that is all that we had for this week's lessons. I may post a quick something in the middle of the week, so please look out. Yeah, within the next hour or so, if you are on Google Classroom, or if you're yet to sign up, I'll give you time. You will find the assignments there, the assignment for the memory gem, that is. But yeah, just continue coming here to check on us, and we'll also keep communicating with you just to make this as smooth as possible. As for now, thank you so much for tuning in, and be blessed.